Hey everybody, I am sitting in my kitchen and I'm about to grind some corn. Now a few weeks ago I posted a picture of a corn mill that I bought, a manual corn mill that I bought because I wanted to make grits. I have not figured out the grits process yet. Well, I figured it out. It just takes a long time and I haven't had a chance to do it. But today I'm going to be grinding some corn to make some cornbread. And since I got so many requests from people who wanted to see this thing in action, I just kind of figured that I would go ahead and make a video. Now, I have to crack the corn first in order to use it in my grain mill, my electric grain mill. So that's what I'm doing today. I am not making grits today because that's a really long process and I don't have time to do that today. But I figured that I would just make a video and show y'all how my manual grain mill works. All right. Here we go. I am sitting at my little corn cracking table, which is just a small handmade table. I don't know who made it, but it was definitely a handmade thing, which I have my mill attached to. And behind this mill here, I actually have an aluminum foil lining because sometimes when you're grinding, stuff can fly out the back of it and you lose a lot of your corn on the floor. And we don't want to do that because this organic corn was expensive. Well, not really that expensive. Anyhow, so I have 2 cups of yellow corn here that I'm going to grind. And I'm going to do that now. And basically I'm just going to kind of fill the hopper here. Justin, you want to get a shot of that? So I've filled my hopper here, and I'm instructing my cameraman, and I'm going to go ahead and use my crank here, and I'm going to start grinding, and it'll come out the bottom. Now it's going to be in pretty large chunks, and you'll understand what I mean when I say that it takes a long time to make grits. Now, if you look at, hold on, let me grind some of this a little bit. Okay, now, if you look at the corn that's coming out of here, if you look at it closely, you'll see that some of them, the chunks are, some of them are big and some of them are small. Now, in order to do grits, you actually have to put all of this stuff through a strainer and strain it out, take your bigger chunks, put them back through the hopper here, and grind them again until they're the size of grits, which is why we're not making grits today, because I don't have time to make grits. So I like to cover this with my hand. Not that anything's gonna fly out, but, and turn it. And you look, you can see that the corn is going in. And there. And I'm going to put another half cup in there. Actually, I can pour all of that in there. That's what I'm going to do. Pour all of that in there. And we're going to grind that. And that is basically how the grain mill works. And like I said, if I wanted grits, I would take all of this here and I would put it through a strainer, like a wire mesh strainer, and I would sift out the pieces that are as small as grits, and then I would take the bigger chunks and I would put them back through here and grind those again until they were small enough to make grits. But today I'm actually cracking this corn so that I can put it in my grain mill, because otherwise putting the whole corn kernels in the grain mill would actually destroy my mill, the electric mill, and I don't want to do that. So there you have it. There's the grain mill, the corn mill in action. Hope you enjoyed.